I'm absolutely delighted to be here, and I just want to first and foremost acknowledge the volunteerist ethic that underpins this activity. So there are a bunch of people at that table over there who I haven't met just yet, and to acknowledge their role in underpinning services in West Cork and East Cork, and to say that this is a model that I believe that we can really replicate throughout the country, but that we have to first and foremost maybe engage more with what it is, understand fully the dynamic of it, and see how we can help them to facilitate its rollout. And I want to acknowledge Irish Community Rapid Response and John, because it's people like John who are providing leadership in the community, who is influencing positively the community response to first responders effectively. And we can have the HSE, ambulance service, and all of the state agencies and actors involved, but it does need to be underpinned by a core community volunteerist ethic, if you will, if it's going to work. So tonight, as far as I'm concerned, is an acknowledgement, because I have policy responsibility, if you will, in the area of the social enterprise. And I think the fact that we have Sean Coughlin here tonight from Social Entrepreneurs Ireland, I think the fact that John, as CEO of ICRR, is here and is a prize winner, and I don't know if any of you spotted the award here to my left. John was a recipient of a national award. That is a national recognition at an event at which the president of this country attended just last week. And I want to acknowledge John's role in that, because if we can take the learnings or learn from people like John and act then in my role as a minister as a kind of a facilitator to replicate this out across the country based on the types of volunteers that we have here tonight, then who knows where we can go with this. And I, for one, will be sitting down with John within the next few weeks to see how we can assist in the process. The model is there because there are people like Dr. Doran, who were the forerunners of this kind of model going a way back. And I think this would really provide a lot of a peace of mind within the community. It would, solve problems that rural communities are facing in terms of service provision, and I think if we can take it on board, again, as I say, who knows where we can go. I just want to quote a couple of statistics for the politicians in the room, if you will. Working with established emergency services, and ICRR teams have responded to over 300 call-outs, dealing with approximately 500 patients to date. That's one of the stats that I picked up on. Having helped to save 54 lives this year alone in the county of Cork, ICRR teams are already having a significant impact in parts of rural Ireland. So the services have been expanded in East Cork, and now, the effort here tonight really is about maybe rolling it out into North Cork services, and I can do some work on that myself as a local politician, if you will, and then see how we can replicate it out to other counties. And so I just want to pay tribute, really. I'm not one normally for spending too long at the podium, but all I will say is that this is a valuable national, social, entrepreneurial endeavour. It's underpinned by a strong volunteerist ethic. It is having an impact already in terms of, saving people's lives. I think it is for people like me to help facilitate its its translation across a wider geographical area, and I look forward to getting my sleeves rolled up on this one to see how we can help you. And again, from a national policy perspective, when we're trying to recognize the social entrepreneurial sector in this country and try and map out what it is, well then, without being verbose about it, Irish Community Rapid Response then stands out as a beacon for that. I also want to recognize Professor and Doctor, because it's underpinned then by solid, I suppose, solid medical protocols, if you will, and it's because it's underpinned by solid medical protocols and practice, that gives a great confidence to any community then that becomes involved in it, in terms of buy-in from the community sector. So I think for me, what I need to do is I need to drill down a bit more into it before I start looking at it from a North Cork point of view. That means having more tutorials, if you will, because I see my life as a minister as having a series of tutorials. Every conversation I have is a learning process for me. So that means meeting with John and the group again, learning what the model is and how it works, and then pulling in people from the community, people who are leaders within their respective communities, getting them to buy into it, underpinning it then in North Cork, and then saying, right, do we need to go up to the Fannet Peninsula, Dublin, Galway, southwest of Ireland and so on, and see how we can help nationalise this, if you will. So I'm delighted to be here, and thank you very much for the invitation. And I just want to say that we'll do everything we can to assist you. And I just want to pay tribute to everybody who's out there, who are first responders and who are giving of their time. It's an amazing exemplar for that community spirit that hasn't gone away. It's as strong, I think, as it ever was. People said that it left us. I don't think it ever left us, and I think we're reconnecting in a really strong and positive way with it again. So, let's see how we can work together. So thank you very much for your time, and I'm delighted to be here.